Hello everyone, I'm Nini FC and this is Blue Lines TV for my second upload of the day. Yes, you guys, thank you for reaching that target. Thank you for smashing 500 likes. You guys, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about ALISSON and Courtois and the current developments. I'm going to be talking about Morata and Milan, and I'm going to be talking about a young Brazilian sensation that we are being linked to. You guys, you know what the deal is? Smash that like button, help me get more than 1,000 likes for today's video, and press the bell notification button to stay tuned to all things Blue Lines TV. You guys, there's some incredible videos coming out on this channel later on. One massive video in particular which you guys will never expect, you've never seen coming. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the biggest video I've ever done. You guys are going to love it. But I've got to talk about the current developments, the breaking news surrounding ALISSON. You guys, Liverpool have made an official offer for ALISSON. The bid Liverpool made was 70 million euros, and that is 60 million euros plus 10 million in bonus add-ons. But Roma wants 75 million up front, and this is where we come into play. We haven't made a bid yet. Roma are getting exactly what they want. They're getting a transfer bidding war, and there's only going to be two winners, Roma and Chelsea. Now, this does put us under pressure because this means that we have to find a solution with Real Madrid for Courtois. But before we even allow Courtois to officially sign for Real Madrid, we have to sign a replacement first. So that means we would have to sign ALISSON before we sold Courtois. Now, I think all of us saw this coming for a while. I've been alluding to this for many months on this channel that it looks like this could be Courtois' last season. And it looks like this is definitely going to be the case this summer. Now, of course, during the World Cup win over England, he was giving some quotes to the media after that win. And here's some of the things he was saying. I will go back and I will see what they want and how they will say it. Obviously, with this World Cup, I think what was on the table is different than what I can have. In this World Cup, I have ignored all the speculation, all the rumours, but now in the next few days, I will have a chat with my agent and see what Chelsea told him, and then we will talk. But I feel happy at Chelsea. It's not that I necessarily want to leave. People always complain that players don't comply with their contracts, but maybe they do. I don't think they will keep someone with my qualities on the bench, even if I don't sign, but maybe it's possible because I like it in London. Now, of course, this was a very cryptic interview. And you guys know I love to break things down and overanalyze the hell out of everything. Now, with me reading between the lines, here's what I personally think is the actual take of what Courtois is really trying to say. The thing that stood out to me the most was the fact that he was talking about how players don't comply with their contracts. Now, to me, this was definitely a clear threat to Chelsea. But before I explain why it's a clear threat, let's not forget something else that he said that was quite interesting as well. He spoke about an offer that was available to him, but after his World Cup campaign, he feels that there should be new negotiations. Now, Courtois is earning, I think, between 200k to 250k a week, and I was told that the contract he's looking to get is around 300,000 plus. And of course, Chelsea aren't going to give in to those demands. The offer that Chelsea gave Courtois was just an extension on his current contract. And of course, Courtois knows that Chelsea aren't going to pay him that money. It's a complete bluff on his part. He wants to force the move to Real Madrid. He's putting pressure on Chelsea to make sure they don't mess things up, to make sure they make things smooth and quick, so he can complete his move to Real Madrid. Now, Courtois isn't outright stating that yes, he's definitely leaving and he does want to leave Chelsea, because if he did do that, this would be very bad for Chelsea. You guys picture it like this. Of course, you guys should understand complicated negotiations by now, especially with this whole Sarri situation. But of course, Courtois is publicly stating he wants to leave. All the clubs know he's got a year left on his contract. They would know that Chelsea would need to find a replacement, and they know how Chelsea work. We would need to sell him to try and get some money back for him. If Courtois stated that he wants to go, that would mean that Chelsea couldn't get the market value that they would want for Courtois. Clubs would have more power to really negotiate against Chelsea and try to lower the price down. So we do need to be quite fortunate that Courtois hasn't outright stated it. We know that Courtois is a very headstrong figure and he's confident in saying what's on his mind. There's no possibility Courtois is going to stay unless he signs a new contract. I think we're past the stage right now. Chelsea will look to cash in on Courtois this summer, And the fee I'm hearing is we're not going to accept anything under 40 million and we want 50 million for Courtois. Now, this can be 40 million upfront with 10 million in bonus add-ons. I've been told it's 50 million that we do want for Courtois. And as I said, you guys, we're not going to sell Courtois until we've bought a replacement first. Now, some reports have stated that we have accepted 35 million for Courtois, which I can't accept because he's coming fresh off a World Cup where he was the best goalkeeper in the tournament. We've seen lesser players go for much more in the transfer market in their final year. Case in point, Oxlade-Chamberlain. There's no way we're selling Courtois for 35 million euros. Now, to give my opinions on this whole story, it looks like ALISSON is 1000% leaving Roma this summer. I can tell you guys a few things I'm hearing. I've been told that ALISSON would prefer to live in London over Liverpool, so advantage us. I've been told that Chelsea are going to match whatever bid Liverpool make for ALISSON. And I've been told that this deal is going to get wrapped up pretty soon. I've got no deadline, I can't tell you guys by what day, what week, but it's going to happen very quickly. You guys, for me, ALISSON is the only replacement for Courtois. One of the best ball-playing goalkeepers in the world. He's going to transform how we play out from the back, especially playing in Sarri ball. Now imagine ALISSON at the back spraying those beautiful passes. That's always been a weakness of Courtois. I personally feel ALISSON complements Sarri's tactical setup. And the only thing I can say to Liverpool is, you guys messed up big time by not signing him earlier when other clubs went in for him. You got put off by the transfer fee at the time. I don't understand why. Now you're trying to go in for him now. Now it's been leaked and it looks like there's going to be a transfer bidding war for ALISSON. And I personally feel that ALISSON will be coming to Chelsea if that is the case. Now, the second story I'm going to be talking about is Alvaro Morata and links with AC Milan. Reports have come out stating that AC Milan sporting director and managing director flew into London to hold a preliminary talk with Alvaro Morata to try and gauge if they can sign him this summer. Now, Milan have sold Kalinic to Atletico Madrid and they are looking to sell Becker as well, so they do need reinforcement up front. Now, we know with Morata already, as I've spoken about so many times, his wife is from Milan. He loves the city, he's constantly going there all the time. He's already been there countless times for a wedding and other things in Italy already. He loves the culture, he loves the food, he loves everything about Italy. It's looking like he's not necessarily as happy staying in London at this moment in time. Yes, his wife has just given birth to 2 baby boy twins. And now Morata might be thinking, you know what? Maybe it's time to leave and go back to where I'm happy for the sake of my family. And as I've always said, you guys, everyone at Chelsea is happy to keep Morata for another season, but if Morata decides he wants to leave, then Chelsea will look to sell him. As long as a club meets Chelsea's valuation for Morata, then he's fine to go, and we're not going to stand in his way. I'm expecting there to be more developments with Morata. I wouldn't be surprised to see him leave. And you guys, for the final story of today, I need to talk about a report that's come out from Brazil, and that's in regards to a young Brazilian sensation that plays for Flamengo, and his name's called Lucas Paqueta. Now, for you guys that don't know, I'll give you a brief history on Flamengo. Now, they are very renowned for their youth development in Brazil. They've got a massive youth academy, a massive scouting range as well. So many top class legends have been produced from Flamengo, and they recently sold Vinicius to Real Madrid. Now, Lucas is one of the next guys on their conveyor belt, and I must say, after watching a lot of player comps and obviously asking people about him, this guy seems like the real deal. Now, later on, I'm going to let you guys know why I personally feel this guy looks amazing. And you guys know it's not very often I'm getting gassed about a player. But anyway, Brazilian reporter Luana Trindade, he's stating that Chelsea have made a 45 million euro bid for Lucas, and they're stating that Flamengo want 50 million euros for him to be sold. But here's where reports do conflict. Now, when the vice president of Flamengo was obviously questioned about it, plus other figures at the club, they've said that in fact no club have made a bid for Lucas, and in fact they're trying to get him to sign a new contract where his buyout clause will raise by another 30 million euros to 80 million. Lucas's contract does expire in 2020, so in a year's time, so it does make sense as to why they're trying to secure that. And you know what, it makes a lot of sense as to why Flamengo will deny the reports, in my opinion. This guy can make you a ton of money. You want him to sign a new contract first before you even consider selling him to other clubs. But you guys might be thinking, who is he? Now, I've seen a lot of people stating like he's like a Neymar-esque player. I don't think that's a fair comparison. Now, one thing for sure is he's incredibly skillful, but he plays in different positions. Now, he can play on the right hand side, but he does cut inside with his left foot. But currently for Flamenco, he is playing in midfield. And if there's one comparison I could make with him is, I would say personally, he reminds me of Philippe Coutinho. But imagine if Philippe Coutinho could challenge for balls in the air. Imagine if he was strong. Imagine if he went in for 50-50s and liked to tackle. Now, just trying to process what type of ridiculous player is this? And I'll let you guys know one thing. Remember when we first signed De Bruyne from Ghent? At the time, no one knew who he was. When I was a kid, I was watching his player comps, and the first thing I realized was, wow, this guy constantly always plays the right pass in the right time. His decision making's on point. He understands how to use the ball as well. He's one of the best players on the counter-attack as well. And like De Bruyne kind of reminded me of Ryan Giggs in the sense that his decision making, his weight of the pass, he always knew what to do in the final third. And he just looked much more experienced than he actually was. Now, I'm not really that surprised that he's one of the best players in the world right now. And I got to tell you guys, I'm getting the same type of feeling when I'm watching Lucas from Flamenco. I mean, honestly, this guy has the skill. He's got the passing range. He's young as well. I can see why this guy's a big deal in Brazil. And if anything, if Chelsea are being linked for him, I'd actually like it if he tried to make a bid, because I feel that this guy is the real deal. Now, I'm hoping that there's going to be more continued interest in him. I'd like to do a player analysis video for this channel so you guys can really get some of my insights into what I think about him. But yeah, you guys, watch him for yourself. There's so many player comps on YouTube right now. The guy does look tremendous. But anyway, that's going to end today's video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Smash that like button. Help me get more than 1,000 likes for today's video. I'm NiniFC. This is BlueLines TV. Signing out.